Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will kick it away to start. Set to kick this one. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner is stopped. First down for this offense. On the run, it's Soto. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Trying to show their strength with the run on fourth down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. In your own territory, fourth down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They'll give it to Johnson. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Now on the move. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Still on his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call them a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you could tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Second down coming up. He leaves it with his back. At the 40, there he goes. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Ohio State!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Dropping back, it's Bacon. Might be looking to run. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he's not going to get a lot of chances like that. He was in position to make the play in the end zone, put a touchdown up on the board for his team, and he drops the pass.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big 4th downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them, you know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage. QB and him, same page. 4th down, no problem.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's past the 30. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll go with a direct snap. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Sooners are marching down the field. Wants to throw. It's Bacon. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged on the outside, it's Asher. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide, you can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
He's looking for a man on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. This quarterback, part of their running game. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They want to run this quarterback. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. They'll run it on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second and goal, they go right back to him. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. The give to the fullback. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Looking to pass. It's Bacon. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. He's going to look for a man on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Fires into traffic, picked off. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Give to the running back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. It's complete on the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows are tiny, and that's why the teams that can run the ball the best generally are the best red zone offenses.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Handoff from the gun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the 1st half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
Now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Bacon. Complete downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense, because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
He'll keep it himself. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. They've only converted 1 time in 3 fourth down attempts, but they'll try to move the sticks with this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes one. Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Movement here from the tight end. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
They'll throw it on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Floating away. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires left. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. With the run on first and goal. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter.
We are all tied up.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Get set, ready, go!
Pushes for the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. They'll run it. Touchdown, Ohio State. They move on top here in the fourth.
And there's no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the clock.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Maryland. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Bacon. Flips it out in the flat. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On the move. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Toss to the outside. At the 35, he's open. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And they can't make the connection. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Quarterback keeper shakes off the tackler.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Hard-hitting tackle.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now, forcing a 3rd down.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Offense is stopped. Will be returned on down.
The offense in a great spot. You don't have to be too aggressive. Just avoid the negative play and close in on field goal range. Gonna run it. It's Asher. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. A designed run for the quarterback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open,
He'll off one deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Man, what a play by the defender. Thrown into the end zone, he swats it away. When a game's this close, this late, that's a play when we look back on this one that maybe helps win the game for this team.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And this one will be ruled incomplete. Made the catch, but just couldn't stay in bounds.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
On 3rd down, going up top. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Final seconds of the game. They can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point, because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way at the end.